Hello and good morning. This is Sai. I'm coming to you from my backyard this morning. Got the alarms, fire alarms. We're close to the interstate. And got my buddy with me. My buddy Tony. Say hi, Tony. Tony. Say hi. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to kind of get into some serious topics. I am still yawning because I haven't had my coffee, so if I'm yawning, excuse me. But today I wanted to get into consumer debt. And I know a lot of you all probably don't want to think about your consumer debt. Consumer debt is probably the reason why you're in business in the first place. But it's something that a lot of people don't realize that can affect and does affect you long term. So let's see here. So we really want to think about the fact that it's not how much you earn, it's how much you keep. Case in point, if you haven't paid your taxes and the government decides to take that liberties on your paycheck, what you normally would bring home can decrease like really fast. So you want to think about if your monthly consumer debt payments, so that's like your loans, your credit cards, any past due accounts, if it was 20% of your take-home pay, would you be on solid ground? If the answer is yes, then you're earning enough to at least live on. If the answer is no, then you need to earn more or make cuts in your budget. So if you think about budgets and day-to-day spending, most people, as a general rule, their budgets can be cut by about 20%. Oh, excuse me. Gotta get that coffee in. And usually the 20% can be done without cramping your lifestyle. If you write down everything that you spend, do a cash paycheck, for instance. I have done this with my own family. You get 3 jars, you put a jar, spend, and that includes the bills. You put a jar save, and that's what you plan to have in your paycheck left over after you do your bills. And then you have entertainment. So entertainment, if you're working a 9 to 5, you're working for your money, you got to have some downtime. So even if that entertainment is, going to the zoo, or heck, for some people, entertainment may be going to the arboretum and walking amongst some flowers, or even going to a free museum, and it may take, you may have to ride transportation, so it may take a little money. So as a rule, most people carelessly spend. And you'll see that once you put this into practice. So we're assuming that your debts are in excess of your 20% that you are going to trim by, okay? And bear in mind that a healthy budget can be made off of a 10, 20, 30, 40 pattern. So 10% of whatever income that you bring home should be paid to you. So that's the best part. Yeah, you get, pay yourself first. I know you've heard that before. And so you put that, of course, in that savings bucket, okay? 20% of the income should go to cover your debts. So we talked about that. Your goal is that your debts are no more than 20%. So right now, what we're doing is we are allotting 20% of our income to pay those debts. So if you find that you're unable to do that, there may be some other options for you, like, consolidation. A lot of times, you never know, you can find different ways to maybe come up with money. And I say come up with money. You've got things around your house that I know you don't use. You might want to put it on one of the retail apps, I know there are a lot of them out there that are like online garage sales. So that can help you get that debt down to your 20%. But in the meantime, you want to focus on that 20%. 30% of your income should cover your shelter. So your house. Gotta live somewhere. It may not be a house, it may be an apartment, but definitely you want to be able to enjoy, do what I'm doing, sit on the patio and grill if you need to, plant a little garden. Got a garden back there, it's running wild. Got some other little plants here. So, you want to be able to enjoy your shelter. So we get 30% of our income for that. And then 40% of the income covers medical, clothing, and others. So, that pretty much takes care of that 10, 20, 30. A lot of people don't really think of their income as portioned, but I think it will help if you do.